All rise.
Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Ready, sir?
I am.
Bring it along, sir. Ruth. Sir.
Today is June 19th, 2015, Charleston County Bond Court. I'm Judge James Gosnell, the Chief Magistrate of Charleston County. This is the case of State versus Dylann Roof. Mr. Roof is charged with 9 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the hearing, I'd like to make a statement, please. Charleston is a very strong community. We have big hearts. We're a very loving community. And we're going to reach out to everyone, all victims, and we will touch them. We have victims, 9 of them. But we also have victims on the other side. There are victims on this young man's side of the family. Nobody would have ever thrown them into the whirlwind of events that they have been thrown into. We must find it in our heart at some point in time, not only to help those that are victims, but to also help his family as well. When it's all done and said, Scarlett Wilson, the solicitor, and Ashley Pennington will have done the best job that they can do. They're some of the finest. Our law enforcement are the finest in this state, and they will do their job honorably. I trust they will. With that being said, we will move forward today with this hearing. Mr. Roof is charged with 9 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of the crime. Representing the state is the solicitor Scarlett Wilson, and representing the defendant is Mr. Ashley Pennington. Does the defendant give me permission to conduct this hearing via video conferencing? Mr. Pennington?
Yes, sir. I've discussed that with Mr. Roof, and he's aware that this would be the process, and we certainly agree to that.
Thank you very much. Mr. Roof has counsel today. He's been appointed, and it would be Mr. Pennington. Is that correct, Ashley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Roof, you're charged with 9 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. Your first appearance court date will be October the 23rd, 2015 at 2 p.m. Your second appearance court date will be February the 5th, 2016 at 9 a.m. Mr. Roof, you have the right to a preliminary hearing. This is a hearing to review the evidence that the state is using to establish probable cause to substantiate the charges that they have brought against you today. I have some questions, if I may, with permission of counsel. Mr. Roof, is your address 1042-8 Garners Ferry Road in Eastover, South Carolina? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. What is your age?
21.
You're 21 years old. Are you employed?
No, sir.
You're unemployed at this time?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Detective Burkhart,
Yes, sir.
does the defendant have a criminal history?
He does, Your Honor.
What is it, please?
There's only 2 charges that I'm aware of. I have a drug possession charge of 3-1 and 15, and I have a trespassing of 4-26 and 15.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I would point out that the drug charge is not a disposition. There's no disposition.
It's pending at this time?
That is correct.
Thank you very much. So noted. Solicitor Wilson, do you have any statement to make before this court today in regards to these charges?
Not now, Your Honor.
Not at this time. Mr. Pennington, do you have any statements to make to this court in regards to these charges?
Your Honor, I've met with Mr. Roof. I think he understands the proceedings. He understands that only a circuit court can set bond in the murder cases. Therefore, we're prepared today to accept the no bond arrangement. We appreciate the court's courtesy, and I will gather all information and supply it to him in due course.
Thank you. Before we go into the bond process, I would like to ask, are there any members, or is there a representative of any of the family that would be here that wish to make a statement before this court before I post or set the bond? I'll go through this. Susie Jackson, is there a representative of the family of Susie Jackson? No. Sandra Singleton, Miss Singleton. They are. Will you please stand? You have a right as the representative of the family to make a statement today before we set bond. Would you like to do so, ma'am? Thank you very much. Ethel Lance, would you like to make a statement in regards to this hearing concerning Ethel Lance as a victim, ma'am?
Yes.
Would you like to come forward, please? You are representing the family of Ethel Lance, is that correct? And you are whom, ma'am?
The daughter.
Your daughter. I'm listening, and you can talk to me.
I just want everybody to know, to you, I forgive you. You took something very precious away from me. I would never talk to her ever again. I would never be able to hold her again. But I forgive you. And have mercy on your soul. You hurt me. You hurt a lot of people. But God forgive you. And I forgive you.
Thank you, ma'am, and I appreciate you being here. Representative of the family of Myra Thompson. Sir, would you like to make a statement before this court? Please come forward. Your name, sir?
Anthony Thompson.
Mr. Thompson.
I would just like him to know that,
Speak up for me. I can barely hear you.
saying the same thing that was just said. You know, I forgive you and my family forgive you. But we would like you to take this opportunity to repent. Repent. Confess. Give your life to the one who matters the most, Christ, so that he can change it, can change your ways no matter what happened to you, and you'll be okay. Do that, and you'll be better off than what you are right now.
Thank you, sir. Taiwan Sanders. Your name, ma'am.
Felicia Sanders.
Thank you, Ms. Sanders, for being here.
We welcome you Wednesday night in our Bible study with open arms. You have killed some of the most beautifulest people that I know. Every fiber in my body hurts. And I'll never be the same. Tawanza Sanders is my son, but Tawanza was my hero. Tawanza was my hero. But as we said in Bible study, we enjoyed you, but may God have mercy on you.
Thank you, ma'am. A representative of Daniel Simmons. Your name, ma'am?
Alana Simmons.
Thank you, Ms. Simmons, for being here. Your statement, please.
Although my grandfather and the other victims died at the hands of hate, this is proof, everyone's plea for your soul is proof that they lived in love and their legacies will live in love. So hate won't win. And I just want to thank the courts for making sure that hate doesn't win.
Thank you, ma'am, for being here. Cynthia Hurd, a representative of the family of Cynthia Hurd.
We have nothing to say.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being here today, sir. The Reverend DePayne Middleton Doctor. Your name, please, ma'am?
Dylann Middleton Brown.
Thank you for being here.
The painting doctor was my sister. And I too thank you on behalf of my family for not allowing hate to win. For me, I'm a work in progress, and I acknowledge that I am very angry. But one thing Dylann has always joined in our family with is that she taught me that we are the family that love built. We have no room for hate, so we have to forgive. I pray God on your soul, and I also thank God that I won't be around when your judgment day comes with him. May God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Representative of the Reverend and Senator Clemente Pinckney. Is there a representative of the Pinckney family here today? Thank you. Mr. Pennington, is there anything else you wish to tell the court?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Wilson, is there anything that you wish to tell the court?
No, sir, Your Honor, I just wanted to make it clear for those who aren't familiar again with our process that you don't have authority to set bond on the murder charges, so that's why you aren't addressing those. We do have the bond for the one firearms charge. So regardless of what bond you set, the defendant will remain in custody.
Yes, ma'am. On the 9 counts of murder, I do not have the authority to set bond on these charges. On the one count of possession of a weapon during the commission of the crime, a violent crime, I'm setting your bond, young man, at $1 million. Is there anything else to come before this court today in regards to this case? Hearing none, we stand concluded in this hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, sir.